Welcome to Shade and the City. I am your girl Treese.
It's no.
And today we are here to do our recap of the love and the marriage that happens in the DMV. It's season part 2 and 3, whatever you want to call it. And we're also going to do part 1 of the reunion because they gave us back to back,
Back to
back
back.
to back, like Drake's good disc, not like this one he just put out. So yeah, y'all, if you haven't already,
Ghost Rider put on him. Don't do that.
you said his ghostwriters could on him. So yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please, please, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, I just want to say we really do appreciate the support. We appreciate y'all liking, subscribing, and sharing. I see the numbers growing, we glowing. And yeah, y'all go
I
ahead.
feel some type of way. I feel amazing that we got our first super chat yesterday.
Yes, we got our first super chat yesterday.
Keep coming.
Y'all definitely should become members. We had a whole conversation last night, and some of the viewers are looking for us to do a recap of Snowfall, which I have never watched,
and I'm all about it. All about it.
Nels knows all about it. So, because apparently they may have some spinoffs coming off. Again, I don't know any of the people, so I can't even speak to it. But and then I have a feeling
not confirmed nor denied.
Right, and then I don't know what's going on with P Valley.
Different things in the chat.
I feel like I'm gonna end up being drugged into P Valley as well. But yeah.
You coming over to the dark side, girl. You coming to all my shows. See, had you just got started when I told you.
Where the girls get naked.
I actually heard that they renamed the show. It's I don't remember the name of it, but it's a new name. It's not called P Valley anymore, and I don't know. I think it was after the writer's strike. But it's still got.
So now they made it. Now they made it like the Valley, like how they went from Laguna Beach to the hills.
Exactly. But it better be all the same people still.
Right, it better be all the same people. But yeah, y'all. So and y'all know, Real Housewives of Dubai is coming back in June, so we absolutely will be covering that because we got to, talk about our good girl Caroline Brooks. She always shows love, but at the end of the day, we got to give an objective opinion. And I know it sounds like she's cutting up again this season, so we got to talk about it.
But you know what I love about her?
What?
Even we gave objective opinions last time, and she was still.
Oh no, and she still shows love, and that's why I said she's our girl. I like Caroline. I like people that can be like, yeah, you might have your opinion, but this is what it, and still be supportive. And we love you, Caroline. We appreciate you. But yeah, and then we also got Life After or Life During Lockup or Love During Lockup coming, premiering on Friday. So it's
the Clank Clank show.
The Clank Clank. So Felon Fridays. Your girl like to go. I will not be live tweeting this particular episode, but definitely be looking for me next week because Felon Fridays we be having a good time on Twitter. And yeah, y'all. And what else we got? Oh, and the Never Ever Mets coming out this Friday. Some of the cast members have already hopped in the comments, hopped in the chat based off of our Meet the Cast recap. So I'm really excited to cover the show. And then hopefully we'll be able to bring them up here and they can explain a little bit more of what we're seeing as it's playing out. Because we all know the editing of it all, and things aren't always what they seem. And that's what I love about doing this, is when you find out what really happened versus what we actually saw. But anyway, I'm on a long-winded rant. Let's get into this review recap and let's get shady.
I got that drink in my cup.
You stupid. Oh, that was my boo. Whatever happened to him?
It's the ratchetness of it all.
It is. So no, y'all, we're picking up where we left off. They're at the pop-up shop. They're still having this conversation about why Carmen and Thruple whole situation came up. Arena shifts to Winter. I did notice this. I actually had to run this back. So Arena shifts to Winter and said, well, Winter had questions. about, the whole throuple situation. And then Ashley says she was discussing her sidekick comment and talks about them being in the bed with bikinis on. Joy definitely knows that this is shade, and says that, she's not really receiving this, but then Ashley brings up how Arena and several other people have made comments about the perception of how this looks. Go ahead, Nils.
I don't know if I would call that shade. Only because we know Arena genuinely cares for Joy, and she's
Right.
also said it. That's
Right.
like that's like
Well, that's why I said when Joy didn't receive it, Ashley immediately was like, Arena has been saying this. Everybody, a lot of people have been
I
saying this.
I feel like whether you receive it or not, treat it for you, girl. Why is this girl constantly posting your man? Why are y'all
Right.
in bed together with bikinis? What is really going on? Now, if y'all are thruples, listen, that's your business. Okay. But if you're not, that's definitely what it's giving. And I need you to know that that's what it
That's
looked
what it
like.
gives. Yeah.
So I don't know if I seen it as shade because like I said, Arena's been saying this forever. And if Arena's your real friend, why is why is it shade when somebody else says it and not when Arena says it?
Probably because she, like you said, she knows Arena's coming from a good place. She can't always read, and because of her, Ashley, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that playing devil's advocate and looking at it for Joy's point of view, I don't really know how to rock with you because we just got back cool. So I don't know what's shade and what's real.
But even if it is shade, it's still coming from a concerning place.
Right.
It's still even if it is like a little bit of shade because yeah, I can see even as a friend, I could see it being shade. Like,
Right.
homie. And you saying y'all not a throuple, like, yeah, like it's looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it could even still be a little bit of shade from Arena. Because you're like, oh, this ain't what it is, but this is what it looked like.
Right.
And you're not addressing it. So I still feel like regardless, it's still coming from a concerning place. Like, girl, this whole woman wanted your whole husband once upon a time, and possibly that still could be the case. And you're taking her on vacation with you. You laid up in the bed with her. She's posting him like this is her dude. And that whole having a boyfriend thing don't mean to me don't mean nothing. Oh, she got a boyfriend now. That don't mean nothing to me. Ever. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever met. Okay? Never.
You said never ever met.
Never.
So Joy is annoyed, and that this is still a conversation. And when Carmen is asked about it, she seems to change her tune in front of Joy and wasn't giving that same energy that she was giving when she was talking to them at where was it? What part? What event was they at?
It was Joy's birthday.
Oh, Joy's birthday.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so Carmen tries to compare their situation to Ashley Quick and Alicia again. Goes left.
Ashley shut. She said.
Okay.
She
Uh,
shut that down real quick.
I will say I love Ashley for this. Ashley has to remind her that will check her and remind her that they never, first of all, Quick and Alicia never dated, and they've been friends for over 20 years. And I do believe they said she's the godmother or he's the god, their godparents to they're probably godparents to each other's kids because they've known each other for so damn long.
Hmm.
Um, and
To
so
me, the numero uno was
they
she
never dated.
never wanted my man.
Right.
Okay, that's
So
numero uno.
Carmen says that she doesn't care what anybody thinks because her and Clifton have been ride or die for a while. Okay. And so Winter makes it clear Carmen is uncomfortable with the thruple talk, and they agree that they're going to move on from this.
Or that they have already. Apparently, it was Joy that brought this whole thing back up, but they had already moved
Right.
on from this. They were far removed from this, just like this whole season. But that's neither here nor there. So Ashley was talking to Quick. She let him know that she was expressing to Winter how her and Quick have been disconnected. Okay. She also feels that there's a breakdown in their communication and says that she would really like to be present, when she's going through the things, all of the things, rather than coming in at the tail end and trying to fix it. Like, you don't have all the facts, you don't have everything that's going on, and now here you go trying to fix things that you haven't been through. Okay, so really what I need you to do is let me vent. Just shut the hell up and listen. Okay. There's also still a lack of spending time together. Okay, which he was supposed to be working on. We do know that they went on vacation, and she said that was it. That was
Didn't
about.
I say that? Didn't I say that last recap?
She said that was about a
I
year
said
ago.
we ain't seen him do nothing since that he did that trip, and then he went right back into working.
And you know what? So I really related to Ashley when she said this. She said that she hates being by herself when she's out with couples. I live that life, girl. Trust me, I have lived that life. I understand where you are coming from. Okay, and she hates it. Okay, and then anytime she brings up this issue, he brings up the money aspect, and basically, he's
Kind of
working to
shuts
pay
her
all
down.
for this expensive stuff, and it makes her feel like she can't express herself because that's always his rebuttal.
Right.
But we got all the stuff we got to pay for. It's expensive. We got to pay for our daughter's, dance, and that's crazy expensive. And she ends up basically going back into the show because she can't express herself. Then she asked, if he's still opposed to, going to couples therapy. And he said he wasn't opposed to it because he does agree that that their communication is off. It's giving it was just for the cameras. I don't know. Like quick is like pissing me off now.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to know. I would love to talk to Ashley and know. I feel like, I mean, obviously she's been married for a very long time, and her and Quick have been together for a very long time because they were together when they were young. I would love to talk to Ashley to know, because in my eyes, what it looks like to me, and I'm not gonna lie to you, and it actually, that's why I was quiet, because it actually hurt me to see it. It feels like she's outgrowing him. He
I think it's
I
that
think that her, even when she talks about in the
I
reunion, her going to
I
therapy, trying to better
I don't
herself.
I don't want to say that she's outgrowing him because I feel like she's trying to take him with her.
No,
Which
that's what I'm saying.
so
It's
to
not
me,
about you're trying to take them with you, but he's not willing to get on board. And
see
that's
when
the
I
hard.
when I like I get what you're saying, but I feel like that comes off.
What I'm saying is
It
like
comes
I
off
don't
kind of negative, like
I get what
okay,
you're saying.
I outgrew you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like yes, she's outgrowing him, but I feel like he's allowing it. Like she's like I'm growing, I'm trying to help you grow with me, but he wants to grow in a different space than she
Right.
wants to grow, and they're
I
growing
always
separately.
I always say my biggest thing, and I've said this in any, I believe this for any relationship. We don't always, you should be on the same page, but we at least have to be in the same book.
Hmm.
We damn sure can't be in two different libraries. Does that make
I
sense?
don't think they're in the same book. I think they're in the same library.
But
I
they're
feel
not in
like
the same book, and that's what
they're
I'm,
not.
and
No,
that's a
they're not.
problem because you
They're
can
not in
never
the
get
same
on the
book.
same
But
page.
I feel like if you're in the same library, there's still hope.
Right.
I
But
feel like there's still
somebody
hope.
has to change, somebody has to switch their reading materials, right? Either Ashley has to what? Buckle down, get on board
She's
that
been doing
cooking.
it since she was 16. She's done it long enough. She does not want to
Right.
be in
And
this
that's what I'm
old
saying.
ass library anymore. Okay, she done with it. Okay, she
And but
done with
that's
it.
why it hurts me, because I hate to see men. I see Ashley clearly saying, this is, yo, this is wear and tear. This is really getting on me. I've been dealing with, and him just like it completely going over his head.
What makes
He's
it so
hearing it,
sad?
but he's not hearing it. And
It's falling on deaf ears. What makes
right,
it so sad is we see her pleading. That it's not like she's holding this in. She's like,
right.
you know how like Arena said that
Oh no, because I've been in that place. That's why it hurt me. Because I was like, I know she's been in a place where and maybe Ashley never was. Ashley doesn't give me the vibe that she ever just sat and shut up. And maybe
Mhm,
she's been complaining this whole time. But I've
mhm.
been in that place where you've been complaining, and then you just get to a point where you start to speak up,
You stop
and
complaining.
you stop complaining, and then at a certain point you make a move.
Let me tell you something. They always say when a woman is arguing with you, okay, you better listen, okay, because when she stops arguing, you basically already lost. She's checked out. She's checked, and that sucks. And I don't feel like she's there yet because she still is
Yeah,
in
no,
the
I think
fight.
she still loves
She
him,
still
but
has.
I
She is
see it
still in
wearing
this
on
fight. She is still constantly saying, but she is crying out and she's telling him, listen. She's telling everybody, not even just him. She's telling the world, I will leave him for this. I don't see my years moving forward like this. I want my husband to be present. I don't want to be a a single married woman. Is that what she said?
Single married mom.
A single married mom. Let me tell you something. When she said all of this, oh my God, I could relate. I was like, girl, I get it, girl. I get it.
Yeah,
I
no,
get
that
it.
I was like, damn. Because I think they truly do love each other. I think that they, you know what I mean? And it just sucks that it's like I said, it's like when, and I don't want to compare him to like Neo or somebody, but like when you're clearly telling, like, all you gotta do, just don't cheat. And there's people that'll be like, I might look past one or two homes, just don't, and they can't,
The
they,
problem is men don't see that. They see it as, well, I come home every day. I
right,
don't cheat. I'm a good husband. For special events, I'm there. I support her. So why can't I just have this one thing?
right,
And because you need to be present in all aspects. And this is why people say relationships are hard. Marriages are hard because it's
yeah.
work. You can't just be present in all this stuff and then be like, well, I can slack off here.
Well, and can I just say this? Y'all know I love to play devil's advocate, aka the devil, as they say. But in Quick's defense, I could only imagine somebody you having a dream of what you want to be or where you want to go and getting taste of it, because we don't know in Quick's mind. We know that he's achieved a level of greatness that, but it's clearly not enough. And so that's why I said it's sad to see, because it really is a rock and a hard place, because you're asking this man to slow down on his dream, choose you and slow down on his dream. But this is his dream. And I have big dreams. So I can understand that. Like, if somebody was asking me that,
Yeah, she's not asking him to slow down.
she is, because I
She's
need you to be
asking him
present
to
and
make
spend time with
time
me.
for her.
Right. But at the same time, that means he has to slow down to a certain extent. It does.
I've been doing it for 20 something years.
I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just playing
So
the,
for
I'm
20 something years,
arguing
this
the
has been
other.
my argument. So yeah, if I'm asking you to slow down a little bit so I can have my husband part time, I don't feel like that's asking too much.
But in his mind, that hinders his success, his career, his dream. And that's all I was saying.
No, because what you have said is you have reached in your mind your level of success. Now you want to help other people reach that level of success. So we're way beyond that. I stuck through for you and your success. Now you're out here trying to make other people millionaires. And that's great. That's amazing. But can that be part-time?
You know what's so crazy? I can totally understand Ashley being like, I just want you to choose me and your kids. Like,
When she said that he chose his work over her, I was like, girl, 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 girl.
look, I was like, we're gonna have to skip over pieces of the reunion because we pretty much giving it to y'all. And
Right? We are.
Raina's setting up for Jamie's surprise retirement party. LJ is there. I'm gonna try not to call him little Jamie, because I feel like he's a grown ass man. We need to stop calling him little Jamie. But I did put it in my notes, so if I mess up, but it's LJ, okay? So he's there to assist his mom. Arena asked how how his relationship with his dad has been since he's retired. Little LJ feels like he doesn't have time for him, and they don't
Yes,
have time
yes.
for him.
Big
Not
time.
just him, but them both.
Yes. Don't
Um,
have time for LJ.
right. LJ brings up how they're too busy and they, haven't hung out since last year.
I felt so bad in this scene for him, especially when he compared how they are with Jason versus.
And this is me and you, we're here. We're here. So LJ realizes his mom is deflecting from the fact that she hasn't spent any time with him, but always seems to make time for
He
Jason
said, "Not even dad, you mom."
when he comes home. And then Arena speaks about his bad attitude, and LJ feels like, well, Jason has a bad attitude too, and she's just making excuses, and he feels he comes second to everything they have going on. I'm
And living in the same house, to me, that makes it 10 times worse.
maybe because they live in the same house and they don't get a chance to miss him, because like they and
Then
I
you
don't.
would feel no, no, no. Living in the same house, you would feel like you spent some type of time. We at least sat down for dinner. We did something. I got to have a conversation. The
I
what
would
I got
love, I
was,
would love, I would love, I would love to speak to Jamie and Arena and know like how to, after watching it back, how did they receive that and how did they talk to their son? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I it broke my heart too. And I was just, and only because we follow them. And so I do see them out with Jason all the time. I do see them like making, and not saying they're not making an active effort with OJ, but for him to come out and say like, yo, and to be honest with you, I wasn't trying to kick it with my parents at his age. So when you have kids that actually want to be around you and be in your company, that
yeah.
is such a beautiful
I think
blessing.
she said something like, "Well, you're always busy too. You're always with your girlfriend." He was like, "Yeah, if I come home and there's nothing to do, basically, y'all ain't here. I ain't gonna. Then yeah, I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna."
But one thing he said is he was, and now, okay. And see, this is why I said I would love to talk to one of them because I can understand their perspective. You're a whole grown ass man. If you want to, I get where Arena was coming from. You're what, 20, almost 25, 26 years old, bruh. You can come out here and if I want to do something with you. At that point, you need to be making plans with me. But I understand LJ's point when, but you make plans with Jason. Like
You know
you,
what? See, I didn't even see it that way. I get the making plans thing, right?
mhm.
But I didn't even see it that way, and it's only because I guess they're in the same house. To me, what I understood or the way I took it was, I don't even get to chill on the couch with you. We don't even get to watch a show together. We don't even get
That's
to
what I was thinking about too. I was like, do y'all just sit
that's
literally when
that's
you said that?
that's where my mind went. Yes, making plans or whatever, but because they live in the same house, and he's like, we haven't got to work on a relationship because y'all ain't got time or whatever. For me, I took that as we don't even get to sit down and have dinner together. We don't get to chill on a couch together. I wasn't even leaving out this house and trying to go do something. It was we are passerbyers. Okay, that's what I got.
Hear me out. When he to your point, another thing that I thought about, again, we follow them. Granted, people may not always, I know I don't always post things the same day or whatever, but it does seem, especially since Jamie has retired, it does seem like they are out a lot. Now I know Jamie is in the nightlife and whatever, but they are out a lot. And so if I had to believe, and that's why I said I would love, because I'm also a parent, maybe not of an older child, but I understand maybe that what you feel and you think you're doing, and he's grown, and what do you want me to do for him? Like I would love to hear their perspective, and even if they said, you know what, we didn't even realize we were, you know what I mean, that he wanted us that much, they may not even realize it until he spoke up.
But the problem is the always
No,
trying to
Raina
save,
did deflect.
the
Raina
always
did
trying to
deflect.
save face because I mean, I know he's older than my oldest child, but we both hit each other up. But
Right.
I've opened up the floor to let her know, like, you can come through and chill. We ain't doing nothing. You can come through and chill. If you want, we can go. We look, we going to the movies this day, da 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 da. Like, or if you want, it could just be us. But like, I don't know. The whole, well, you can reach out to your dad too or whatever. Like, yes, of course you can, right? But
I don't know. That's a hard pill because you don't want to be overbearing and feel like that's why I said I would love to know where they're at in their mind and their perspective because you also don't want a baby, somebody who's going to be a grown man, but I don't consider it baby. And when he's like, mom and dad, I really just want to spend time around you because I like y'all. And like I said, I don't think that again, I wasn't that person. I wasn't. I was doing 24, 25-year-old things. And I wasn't concerned about hanging out with my parents. So I think that that's actually very beautiful um and the fact that he really is gravitating and wanting that
I think
relationship.
at that age you also wasn't living at home with your parents.
I wasn't.
But if you
I was
were,
in a totally different state.
that's my point. I'm sure if you were, it would be nothing to.
Oh no, I would have went to see them, but I don't know if it would have been my priority. Does that make sense?
No, I
Like
mean, for me, they're living in the same house. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, I understand it could be a little bit harder if they're living in two different places, right? But they're literally in the same house. He's upstairs, like in the same house.
Mm. Well,
Why are we not having conversation living in the same house?
and shout out to Brittany. I saw her with her boo the other day. She posted a picture. And I guess they was on the ledge. I believe that's Chicago. It was really cute. I said, Brittany said, I'm staying out of all parts of this. I
I
want,
understand.
and I said, I applaud you for protecting your
She said, I
peace,
want to
sweetie.
live my life, child.
Okay.
Ashley and Joy, they met up, for their shopping date so Ashley could style her. Now they're both trying to be optimistic. Joy gets there and showed up exactly basically the way Ashley expected her to, in all black. Ashley said that she wants to see her in a dress, okay, and not some army fatigue pants. Joy feels like she wears a dress more than Ashley knows. Now, I don't think that makes a difference because I'm sure Ashley still would not find it stylish. Now, Joy feels like, these clothes are the clothes that they're picking out. She feels like they're for people that, are making a whole bunch of money and really just don't care. I felt the same way with that little poofy little,
Skirt.
yeah, or whatever the hell they, yeah, that was, it was too much. Okay, so then they bring up the throuple conversation. Ashley said that she felt attacked, okay, and she ain't even the one that brought up the conversation. Joy feels that if anybody should have felt attacked, it really should have been Carmen, okay, because of the back and forth that they had. Joy told Ashley that she feels like, she likes her, but she loves Clifton and Carmen
Woman. Blue
more
eyed.
than she likes Ashley. And that whole situation at the in the suite basically really didn't sit right with her. That she had that situation with Clifton. I've been saying this and I've been saying this and I've been saying this. I mean, I'm glad that Joy has finally stepped up and said something.
Okay, so am I the only one mad that you waited this long to say something?
No, you're not the only one mad. It doesn't make sense that now you're feeling some type of way. I don't know if she had a conversation.
When we done kissed and made up and we said we were moving past it. If you didn't want to move past it when they were sitting there on that couch at Butter Me Up, that's when
I
that
don't think I don't think it's that she didn't want to move past it. I think it was,
she
if I'm
probably
being
went home and
honest,
her husband told her you look shiesty.
because I told you Clifton felt some type of way. But I don't blame him for feeling some type of way. This woman is calling me all on my name. This woman is talking about how I'm a bitch and I'm a mean girl and all this stuff. But you're gonna be cool with her? Like, are you my partner? Or are you her partner? Like, and the fact that she said I like you, but I love them more is giving me. They had a conversation about it. Clifton really let her know how he feels about it, and now she has to basically say this. So it made Ashley feel blindsided. And, she was like, you should love your husband and, your friend that you met for 5 minutes, like 5 minutes ago more. Okay. Then Joy tells her, basically all these condescending comments that you keep on making is really what made me not care about your best friend. Ashley said, that's great. Now keep that same energy when my best friend comes and sees about you. Okay. When Alicia comes knocking on your door, boo, you keep that same energy.
Well, you know what? I think that was because as we know, as I told y'all, they did a live and it was revealed that Alicia apparently got a little rowdy in the suite, and so Joy and a couple other cast members refused to shoot with her. So that's why we haven't seen Alicia. So her throwing, you know what I mean, taking shots on where is she and da da da. That was a
Oh, that's why the where is she?
that's why it's a dig. And if you look at everything she said after that pertaining to Alicia, that's why I was if I was Ashley and that was you, yeah, I'm gonna defend you. But then when I feel like you're coming for you and you're not even there, and now I really got to defend you because at the end of the day, Alicia hasn't shown up. Ashley hasn't revealed that to us. She kept that quiet, whatever. And obviously, we know because now it's behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, there was a reason why Joy was making those comments and kept taking those stabs at because they got rid of Alicia.
It gives Carmen it gives what Carmen said is for real.
Right.
So basically, Ashley tried to wish her luck, and then it was basically thrown back at her. So she was like, you know what, girl, I wish you fashion sense, okay? Because that's look, you that's a bit that's about it. That's all you got, okay? Then, like Tree said, Joy is basically throwing in her face, oh, where's Alicia? Where's your bestie? Da 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 da. And she said, girl, the only one that need a bestie to ride with them all on their side is you and your blue-eyed devil.
And then she said, I don't need a flunky.
Oh, I missed that.
Mhm.
I would have definitely put that in my notes because that's my word.
She said, I don't need a flunky like you.
Good enough. Mm-mm. I missed that part. You know, things get lost in translation when there's an argument.
Right. You done with them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then hold on. Joy calls Alicia messy. That's what I'm saying. Then she calls Alicia messy, and then said Ashley tells her she and her friend Carmi are tacky. They the tacky
I
twins.
wonder if Alicia gonna be at the. I guess they probably would have previewed if she was gonna be at the reunion.
Yeah, she can't be there. They. I felt unsafe. Anyway, um, everybody starts showing up for Jamie's party. Randy lets the group know that Joy will be performing and they should be sitting front row. Ashley and Sherelle have a kiki about it. And Winter questions what happened. Ashley, I love this, shares her side of what went down on her shopping trip, and it was very dramatic. And how did she do it? It was very good. It was very good, and I can't reenact it right now, but it
He
was.
said something like, "I love them more than I like you."
And so Arena and Winter are both confused. Winter thinks that both couples need therapy, and Ashley feels that Joy has decided to be her enemy, and so she should buckle up. And we all know that because we
He
see.
said, "Buckle up, Buttercup."
I said, why do we always choose violence? Why does she do it that way?
So Jamie finally gets there. He has no idea what's going on. He said basically, Arena told him she gave him the instructions. Listen, get dressed, bring Brittany, Mama T, Jason, and they was going to meet up with some friends. Needless to say, he was surprised when he walked in. Apparently, he's hard as hell to surprise. Okay, and he got super emotional when they presented this man with an award. Then they even had his parents and his kids stand up and speak about him.
I cried. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I cried. Shout out to Jamie 25, 20, and shout out to the Tylers because they subscribed. Thank you guys. But
What I thought it was so sweet was
I cried.
I thought it was sweet that he told Lorena, that he was super thankful that she did this, did this for him, like and he got emotional when he was talking about how he was able to keep his promise that he was going to make it home every night to his family. So then
You
Joy.
would have thought that was my damn daddy the way I was up here crying.
Mm, 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 mm. Oh, then apparently Arena had posted a picture, a side by side picture of Jason and I'll Be Sure together. And ever since then, I'll Be Sure been a part of the family,
Yeah.
basically. Okay, what? And they did look alike, though. They did. They looked alike.
So that mean he looked like Quincy.
Who? No, he looks like I'll Be Sure. I'll Be Sure looks like Quincy when he was Quincy's age.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So basically, I'll Be Sure came through. He surprised Jamie. Then Joy gets there to do her musical roast. Apparently, the only people that thought she was good was Jamie, Arena, and Yusha. And Winter said that she has had
She's
about
tired
enough
of the fandom.
of Yusha's fandom. I said, did you see her face when he said it? Oh, that was actually pretty good. She was like, sir.
Because everybody knew. And the
Now,
girl has a voice. This was her opportunity to really.
what aggravated me about this scene was Quick, when he had the conversation previously with Ashley, he said he was paying attention. Clearly not, because
He decides to get up and leave.
he decides to get up and leave. Now, he said that he mentioned to her that he was on a time restraint, but she was like, sir, you don't need to leave till 10. But he decided to cut out early That would aggravate me. If I know you're
You're
leaving
already leaving. Yeah.
early, like why are you leaving earlier than you were expected to leave? Okay, Winter understands every, and I felt like everybody knew. Basically, oh, where's oh, he had to leave, huh? Like it's a normal thing. You can clearly tell it's a normal thing. So Joy came to say goodbye to the Tylers and basically ignored everybody else. And Ashley says that is in true Joy fashion, the only fashion that she has.
And Joy says, well, why would I speak to somebody I don't like?
Child, you sat in the car for 30 minutes to speak to me.
Where is my fan when I need it? It is not handy.
Now all of a sudden, the tables have turned. The spirit guides have talked to you.
The spirit guys channeling really be. Ashley Carmen comes in, she's asking about Joy. Ashley gives her the whole rundown of what happened and the whole dramatic, scene. And then basically
I
Sherelle then asks,
love you like I love them.
right. And then Sherelle asks Carmen if her and Joy are best friends. She says they aren't, but admits she doesn't like some of the ways that Joy moves
And
and
also said the only reason why she her friend is out of respect for Clifton. She
Clifton.
said me and Clifton are friends, but I'm friends with her out of respect for him.
And
Boo,
she thinks
that
that
ain't your friend, boo. She don't
right.
love you like you love her.
Right. And she thinks that Joy lacks taking accountability. She says Joy is the type to start the fire and then run next to the firefighter and ask what happened. Where's my fan? Where's my fan? Damn it. Where's my fan? Is it the right way?
What is it? Oh, this is can't get right. You need to change your name to can't get right.
You stupid. But yeah, no, that was terrible. And I said, damn, that was a really good analogy though, Carmen. Kudos. So she's quick on her toes. So Carmen reveals Joy says she felt overtalked at Arena's pop-up shop, even though she doesn't believe that happened because she was there and saw that Joy was on mute.
And Carmen actually said that she addressed it with Joy because I feel like she doesn't get addressed about certain things. She said, "No, that's not what happened, boo. She gave you the floor and you didn't say nothing." And yes, Joy was on mute when Carmen addressed her about it.
And Arena feels like it's wrong for Carmen to be talking behind her back, and she just threw Joy under the bus. And so,
I don't feel like she's talking behind her back if this is something that happened to her face. If we
well,
had this conversation in your face, I address this to your face. This is not behind your back. Technically, I'm reiterating what happened.
insane. Okay, because I don't have my clapboard. Okay. So then we move on to the reunion. And we jump off, Carlos is going around to visit the whole cast before everything begins. Morena and Jamie are planning on clearing the air. Winter shares that Yusha is a non factor. Joy looks amazing and tells Carlos, be ready for the petty. Okay. Ashley talks about clearing up misconceptions with her and wants and her wannabe actor castmates and says she'll never win an Academy Award.
No, no,
That
no.
was
I'm
that
surprised.
was
I'm surprised you didn't put.
Morena shade.
I'm surprised you didn't put it in there because what's the network that she referenced that you always reference?
Tubi. She's in
Tubi.
a Tubi movie.
These Tubi actors. Who's a wait, what?
Arena's in a Tubi. She is. I'm not,
What?
and I'm not shitting on Tubi because look, if you want to, I promise you, it'll probably be one of their best films.
Well, we just saying what she said.
Right.
So I didn't know Arena was in a Tubi movie. I thought
And,
she was
and
getting
again,
paid.
because we follow them, it may if it's not Tubi, it's an all black. But I feel like I would have like a little bit more respect if it was all black. I
I
think it was
thought she was just shading her. I didn't know she was
no,
actually in a Tubi movie.
yeah.
Oh, well, that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh, go
There is
ahead.
so much shade. I mean, being thrown like ping pong, just back and forth, just shade, just shade, just shade. Okay. So Carlos wants to know if Winter has earned the D. Okay, from Ashley. And she says that she's not sure, but they definitely hang out a lot. Apparently, Arena is just not invited to any of these. Okay, she said that she's happy about it. Okay, she's happy about laying next to her husband. Ashley said, "Girl, she probably ain't even getting a D from over there." Okay, listen, and then Jamie gets they have a little back and forth about why she worried about the D that's going on over here. Why you this D ain't look this D ain't got nothing to do with you.
You
Okay,
sleeping, and I didn't even know. Look, I mean, I caught that, but I didn't even. Yeah.
so Carlos starts off with Jamie and Arena and addresses his alcoholism rumors. Ashley says, "Let me tell you something. First of all, what I want to do is address the fact that I have never called you an alcoholic. Okay, I have always supported you when it came to alcoholism and the cheating rumors. For whatever reason, Arena felt the need to mention that Ashley drinks more than Jamie. Ashley's like,
But
that's weird. Okay,
pause.
why?
So to give you guys a little bit of insider tea, I just happened to be in Ashley's live. It had to be like midnight, 1 in the morning. That when that girl says she don't sleep, she don't sleep. Because I was like, Ashley, I was waiting for her to go to sleep so I could get off. And she was talking about how this may just be how she felt in the moment. But she said on the live that she had no plans on really returning to the show. She said basically she can't. I guess Arena went to somebody in her life or that was working for her or something like that. And maybe, I don't know. But the girl said something to her like Ashley had her scrubbing floors, and the girl that was
Ashley had
working,
who scrubbing floors?
I guess the girl that was working for her, but maybe she knew her and Arena.
Okay,
Um, and had her scrubbing floors, and she and basically said something like she drinks so much and doesn't watch her kids or something to that narrative.
the,
And
the the one that was scrubbing the floors said that.
well, she wasn't really. Ashley said she wasn't really scrubbing the floors, but it was
Okay,
somebody that was working for her or
okay,
like
okay.
doing something for her. But it was somebody who was close to her. That would be like if Talia came to work for me, and then she goes and tells somebody that's maybe against me, like, "Oh yeah, and she's so but she drinks so much and da da da. She don't take care of her kids, da, da, da,
Yeah,
whatever."
okay.
So the fact that Arena would put that narrative out, so that's where that came from when we see that in the reunion. And so that's why and that's why she was like, I can't see myself moving forward with them. There's no getting past because basically now you out here talking about I'm so much of a, and she was like, I admit I drink, but it does, I never neglect my kids. As we know, she's a dance mom. And so I was like, and
On
I
top of
guess
that, her kids are older. They're not like little kids.
I, I don't know. I would just that just to give background. That's kind of this is what this is about. That's why when Ashley's going off like Jamie was gonna go run around and tell that's what that I feel like that's what that's about.
Well, Arena felt the need to basically let the world know that Ashley drinks more than Jamie. Okay. Ashley felt that that was super weird. Okay. And she's like, girl, I literally just said, when it comes to your husband,
I don't think he's an alcoholic.
I don't think he's an alcoholic and I defend him. Okay. And now you feel the need to come for me. Okay. But you didn't have the same energy when I was with you a while ago. Arena, okay, I'm 12 years older than you. I know how to, I'm classy. I know how to be cordial. Da 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 da. I can speak to you. Da, da, da. Apparently, Arena's just not getting it. I don't know if she didn't hear what happened. I don't know what happened, but girl, Arena, she's trying to tell you that she did not have any smoke for your husband. That's. Are you saying I'm shading
Insane. That's what Arena was on. That's why she
her?
that's why she didn't hear anything because she was in her acting bag.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay.
And not
So
saying, but with the TikToks and and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with pursuing your career, but this is supposed to be reality TV. So when we know, and there's Candace has done, and we don't, but I feel like Candace's acting, and maybe with the cry angle or something like that, but Candace's acting doesn't come through on the reality show like how she acts. Does that make sense?
I've never seen Candace act.
Well, she be on shows. She's
Is
on Hush. I'm sorry, she's on Hush.
I don't even know what that is.
Hush is on All Black, but Hush is another one that's like Sisters, All the King's Men, like all it's up there with them.
Oh,
She's acting with big. She
she
it's
has,
not TV.
she has a crying scene.
No,
No. I would literally hire her just to cry.
You're stupid. Why? Because she's
So
pregnant?
you said what? You said what?
Why? Because she's pregnant?
No, because she knows how to cry on cue.
Well, of course, when you have more hormones and emotions and things
That
going
was way before she got pregnant. Girl, stop. That's listen. I think she been crying all her life, crying all her life. Okay, hustle didn't pay the price. Okay, girl,
on.
stop. All right, so Ashley basically told her that she was an airhead. Arena said, "Bitch, you better check my resume." Okay, Ashley said, "Girl, what resume?" Oh, the pyramid scheme. That's what you're talking about. That resume. Yeah, girl, I made sure I got it.
I didn't hear nothing about no pyramids.
Yes,
Oh,
she
the
did.
sleepy time tea or the
I don't
tummy.
know what she's talking about.
No, I think she was talking about the tummy tea.
All I know is she was talking about the pyramid scheme. Apparently, that's the resume that she thinks Arena is talking about. Okay. Now,
That's what she
Quick
was talking
finally
about.
got a
The flat
chance.
tummy tea.
She does flat tummy tea.
That's what she was saying. She yeah.
That's a pyramid scheme.
Right.
Okay, so Quick finally got a chance to intervene and let Carlos know that Ashley has never called Jamie an alcoholic. The Petties agreed that they've never seen any alcoholism problems from Jamie, and really he just drinks and go to sleep. Okay, Jamie said that him and little Jamie are doing much better. They're in a better space. Ashley says that she thought that it was important to speak to Jamie about his mental health because she saw a lot of herself in him.
Hmm.
Irene feels that it actually did help, and he looks up to her, and feels like even her presence was helpful. Okay, then they move on to Quick and his issue with little Jamie, and he just feels that it was because it wasn't addressed head on is the reason why it escalated. He does feel bad about calling him a bad kid because that's not what he meant. He didn't mean like he's a bad kid. Jamie and Arena said that they were upset about it. Jamie feels that really Quick should have just said that he used the wrong word, while Arena feels that he's made bad decisions, but he is not at all a bad kid. Carlos touched on their marital issues and the conversation she was having basically that made Jamie blow up. He said, he has forgiven her, but sometimes there are some things that bring that all the way back up. Okay, and it makes him explode. Okay, it triggers him. Okay, and Arena said that basically she found text messages where he was talking to other women, and she didn't have a voice back then, and really she just shut down. Absolutely not. Absolutely, I could never. I could never. If I'm quiet, if I'm mute, it's because I'm building a case.
Mm, that part.
I'm building it. I want to know, especially if it's not something that is like it's not bad. Like it's like a little, like a little quick little check in or something like that. And
Mhm.
it's not bad. Where like you trying to get at this chick, check. Let's wait to the next one. Let's see what the next one is. That's the only way I'm not saying nothing. That's
I
it.
hear you.
Otherwise, I am building a case, I am building a file, and it's all gonna come out once I find what I'm looking for. Okay. Arena said that she really did, basically they just brushed under the rug. Okay. They've known each other for 30 years and they don't have a perfect marriage. Carlos asked if proof came out that either of them cheated, what would she do? She was like, "Sir, if it was over 20 years ago, I am not about to stress myself about
Right.
mess like that.
Oh, you not playing those games?
I ain't about to stress myself, but I'm gonna let you know.
Let me find out. Let it come to the light.
Don't do that. Listen, because to me, yes, it's old to me because I didn't know about it when it happened. But we still need to address the fact that it happened.
Mm.
So it's still, I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life, okay? But Arena, she ain't gonna do nothing. So Mm-mm. I-
So then we get back into, we've actually talked a lot about this in when we reviewed the finale, but we get into Quick and Ashley's relationship and Quick's terrible work life balance. Carlos asks where his desires come from because he has the money. Quick admits that it's not just for him anymore. He does it for, his people, and it's basically hard to turn off. And he admits that he just signed on for a new radio show starting in the next week. And Quick commends Ashley for being
So
supportive.
is this replacing the one that he was on, or is this
Oh, I
in
don't think so.
addition? That's what I wish Carla would have asked Carlos, because I'm like, you are already super busy. Are
Right.
you adding on to what you're doing, or does this replace what you're doing?
I don't know. That's a great question. So, Quick, yeah, commends Ashley for being as supportive as she is and says she's stronger than anyone he knows. Carlos asks Ashley how she copes. She talks about feeling like a single married mom, as we discussed before, and says she doesn't plan on living the rest of her life like this, but says she has thought about walking away and admits she will walk away if she needs to. And Ashley admits that she thinks Quick has chosen his career over her and he says that he's trying. Ashley says she's only happy 50% of the time. Carlos talks about his mother's history and passing away from breast cancer and questions whether she was happy just taking care of her husband and her kids. And then he basically asked Ashley that question, if she were, to leave here tomorrow, um, is she afraid that this is going to be her life? And Ashley says she plans on putting herself first. And that's why I said I feel like she's growing, because she's like, she's starting not to care. And now her kids are getting older too. I think she's starting not to care about, like, oh, what, because like she said, she feels guilty for wanting to take
What
care of
I mean is
herself.
when she said, "If I was to walk away today or tomorrow, I am financially okay.
Right. She
I'm
feels
good."
guilty for making herself happy. And even if leaving her husband would make herself happy, she feels guilty for it. And not saying that's what she wants to do, but I can, like, you're gonna feel guilty. There's a sense of guilt. You have kids involved, like, it's whatever. So but basically Ashley says that she's basically putting herself first, not feeling guilt about it. She doesn't know what Quick needs or what he's looking for. And she also says that, money won't bring his parents back. She said, I know that sounds rude, but money won't bring his parents back. So I don't know why he's doing this. And Quick says if he could change it right now, he would, but says that everyone wants to be successful until you see what it takes, or what it comes with. And that's when I was like, he doesn't get it. He still doesn't, like, as he was talking, and like you said, she's clearly pleading. You got Carlos telling him, you got and he's just
You
like,
have all these people working for you, making your schedule. Have them schedule your wife in. And you see, he got quiet. Let me say, you know what? I really do. I
I
really do.
applaud Ashley. I applaud Ashley. If she's been doing this for that long,
I love. Let me say something. I love Ashley, and to see, because I know Quick was busy, but it seemed like she was okay with it. So to see her be vulnerable and open up about it, and literally, I can relate to her. Um,
it just makes me feel bad because, like she said, her son is 16 now. Ashton is, I don't know how much Ashton, she's 10, so they're 6 years apart. But can you imagine birthdays? Like, can you imagine? And he's always working, and you're like, it breaks my heart.
I know. I know me. I know. I got to a point where I stopped pleading. I stopped pleading.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like Ashley already does that. I think she tells Quick where he needs to show. Like, and this is just my inkling, and I may be way off, but the way that it comes off to me, Ashley does everything as far as like birthday parties, school, or whatever they need to do, and then just says, "Quick, you need to be here. You need to make time to be here on this to show your face and show up." And but she handles everything.
And I think she made it a point to say that she would be financially okay, to let everyone know that only thing keeping me here is love. It has nothing to do with money.
Right. It ain't got nothing to do with money.
I love my husband. That's why I'm hoping and waiting. He hears my pleas, he hears my cries, and he actually does it. Otherwise, I'm good. I would just be leaving the person that I am super in love with.
And you know, she said, and another thing she said in the live, she said Quick never wanted to do this show. He never wanted to do this show.
Hmm. He may definitely not want to do it after this.
Well, and well that, but also plus two, it just brings light to, because if he won't even go to therapy and talk to one person, imagine how it feels having the world look at you and make how you show up as a father and as a husband. You understand what I'm saying? He can't take it from a one-on-one perspective. So how do you deal with it on a worldly perspective, a national perspective?
All right. So next up is Joy and Clifton, and the big marriage reveal. Carlos says that Ashley felt bad about telling
I
Alicia.
no, I'm happy that Carlos called him out and said production didn't know. Yeah, what about that? Let's talk about that, Joe. I said, yeah, hold that feet to the fire, Carlos. Let's hold that feet to the fire.
Joy said, basic. Well, I'm sorry. Carlos says that Ashley felt bad about telling Alicia. Joy basically said it didn't seem that way. It didn't feel that way. And Ashley said that she wasn't remorseful until she saw that Joy was hurt. Then said that she tried to reach out to Joy over the phone, but Joy told her that she needed time. Carlos wanted to know why Clifton felt that Ashley was going to use it against Joy. Clifton said that he saw something in Ashley, and Ashley said, "Sir, if that was the case, and I was going to use it against her, I would have definitely went to production, okay, and gave y'all a reason. Y'all would have had a storyline because the born that y'all was putting out wasn't really working. But this would actually gave you a storyline. I would have went to production with it instead of my bestie, the seafood's giving,
Oh,
okay,
the seafood giving, yeah.
yes, the seafood giving, okay, and basically how I don't know whose name this is supposed to be.
And Clifton made comments about and then he was on the phone with Carmen.
I
Not
know he was on the phone with Carmen, and she said that he probably really wasn't paying attention. She was like, "That's weird. You were supposed to be eating crab and eating seafood, but you were on the phone with Carmen." Okay, that's what it's supposed to say. Sharella. It says it's supposed to say Sharella. Basically, I think maybe it seemed like they was maybe talking mess about Sharella. Okay,
yeah, that's what it sounded like.
and I guess Clifton didn't really know what was going on
Because
because
they
he was
said something about her
preoccupied.
being a trainer, and
Yes.
Clifton, I think, like laughed at that or something.
And apparently Clifton didn't really supposedly didn't know what was going on or didn't remember because he was in a whole nother conversation on the phone with Carmen when this was going down. So Quick says, oh, he had some business. He had to handle some business. So Clifton gets into the business that Quick never handles. Okay. But basically Quick said that he would. Then says, did you handle your business? No, you didn't. So shut the fuck up. I said, oh, clutch my pearls. Okay. So Quick says, sir, if I had real beef with you, you would not be able to walk these streets freely.
I don't know why he playing with Quick. I've already told y'all, but
Clifton,
I do not, don't let that wrestling stuff fool you. Do I think that Quick might hit you with a one and a two, maybe? But
Clifton,
he gives me he got goals, and I told y'all that, and
Clifton
I'm not,
said
that's
that he would
alleged.
ball him up and roll him. So Quick stood up. Take my said, who you gonna ball up, nigga? I wish you would. Okay. Then they got the swinging FUs and all of this back and forth while Clifton is walking off the stage. And then Ashley, I don't know. I don't know why. We couldn't see nobody. We just heard through the microphones, but it seemed like Ashley was about to put hands on somebody. Was that just me?
No,
I don't it seemed like it got real rowdy, it got real crazy back there behind stage. Okay. And we really don't find out what's going on. We didn't hear nothing from Winter this episode. I know next part two, we're gonna definitely hear from her and Yusha and how that whole
well,
thing
you
went
know
down.
what? I think also based off of and I think she did such a great job. Shout out to Winter. But if you look at her Queen Sheba interview that I told you about, she was so triggered from the first reunion and feeling like she was being attacked by a whole group of men that she just wanted peace.
Yeah.
Like her, she wanted to stay out of anything that didn't have to do with her. And I can respect it. And plus, because she knew she was leaving. So in her mind, this is I'm not trying to leave this show and tarnish what I'm trying to do once I move forward. But she knew she wasn't coming back after this.
Yeah.
But hopefully Winter will come on and talk to us more about that. But anyway, so yeah, y'all. We appreciate y'all sticking through. It's very toxic. It's draining. I mean, I did like the finale. Um, and like I said, shout out to Jamie. Happy retirement. I thought it was a good ending, and it's just crazy when you see where we are now, and they do the flashbacks, and I just hope that as a cast, I know a thing for me is like pictures, and I understand everybody can't come and go with you. I've told Nels that I've realized that in my life. It don't matter how bad you want to take them with you. But just when I see pictures of them and their families, and even the scene with little Jamie and Ashley, it just really goes to show how close they were,
Hmm.
and it just really sucks that we're
I
at
thought that there was some type of hope once they showed LJ's part and
right.
actually talking, but I know that they literally right before that they got
Got
into
into it, and that's
oh,
why I was like, to your point, and that's when I was like, there is no hope. There's
yeah.
no hope. And it's sad. It really is sad. Um,
I
I
feel like sometimes I don't want to blame it on the reality show, but I feel like sometimes the reality shows do mess up these
well, they
long
weren't.
time friendships.
Let's just be keep it 100. They weren't the best of friends before this show, but I think through the show they developed a bond as
Hmm.
families. They were able, and I think that's what was so beautiful. And so when you see,
Well, not even just them. Quick and Jamie, I thought that they were pretty tight. It seemed like they were pretty
right,
tight. And then Jamie was feeling some type of way about certain things. And Quick was like, dude, you know how these confessionals go? You know how the show's
right,
edited? You know they edit stuff like that's not what it was. You know what I mean? So when you watch this stuff back and you get pissed off, you get aggravated, and you feeling some type of way, because we see it that way too. And it's the way it's edited, it's the way the
right.
confession he's like they asked you the same question over and over and over again till you give them the answer that they want to record. You know what I'm saying? And Jamie had no words after that. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad because that's what it is. You're in the moment, but then when you see these confessionals and you watch it back, it's like, damn, like you said that
Like,
about me.
damn, that's how you let off on me when you're not around.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't even know if I want another season because yes, would I like to see the Tylers again? But I want more than anything, I want to see them mend this relationship. And if it's not going to be fixed with the Silvers and we're just going to move on and find another couple to beef with or do whatever we're doing with, I'm just really not interested. I would really, this is actually, I mean, I hate to say it, it's toxic, but it's actually a good storyline. How do we repair this? Because
Hmm.
y'all were families that were friends. It wasn't just
Yeah.
y'all kids was cool. Y'all, like, how do we repair that on that level? Winter, not love her, but I don't think her kids was that involved that she can walk away, move on. You know what I mean? But these particular two families, I wouldn't want to see
I
it
would love, and I agree with you, but I would first love to see them repairing the relationship with LJ first.
that part. Well, y'all, let us know. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what you thought. I hope you're happy we got you this in what that was like 2 hours of footage, and we got it to you in an hour. So you're welcome. Anyway, but yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure you subscribe.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you for part two. And then I'm sure they'll roll out part three next week. And it's gonna be a lot. And like I said, I don't even know at this point, it's so draining and so sad to see people just that used to be friends. Yeah. Like I really could care less. I'm gonna be honest with you about Joy and Ashley going at it. Because I don't think I knew they were cool, but it wasn't that deep. But for her and Arena and Jamie and Quick, for this the vitriol and to be that bad, it, it's not good to see. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not. I
Yeah.
personally don't want to see it. So Well, let us know your thoughts. Y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you next week for another recap of Love and Marriage DC.
Good
Have a good
night.
night.